Hey, folks, finally the Facebook thing's working. I'm sorry about that. Didn't respond to any of y'all. Apologize yet again, but Raheem's in the chat. Tay's in the chat. What up, everybody? It is the midweek chat. That's fucking loud. I'm gonna lower that just a tiny bit. There we go. That's a lot better. Alan!
Yo.
How you doing, baby?
I'm alive.
That's it? You're here also?
Yes, I'm here also.
Someone just returned, by the way. Ganja Guru, hi.
Hi, everybody. Ganja feeling sick.
You
Vegas
sound
got a
sick.
lot out of him.
Yeah, you guys hear that fucking booger in his nose? It's like a young guy.
I don't need to have this discussion.
Hey guys, this is really good.
Booger in my nose. I got it in my fucking throat. I got that shit in my fucking sinuses like a motherfucker.
Close your fucking windows.
That's
Yeah,
just not the problem this time. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, and by the way, apparently our fucking the chat's not working over here. Let me reload that on YouTube. Sorry about that. Look at that. It's gonna refresh, and then I'm gonna say something here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Testing. Oh, we're good. We're back to fucking normal. Yay, live chat. There we go. Anyways, we got so much shit to talk about tonight, and I'm gonna be honest. I did not prepare a whole lot for this shit, and I knew I should have. You know, I fucked up. What's
Stop
up?
telling people that.
Wait, you prepared for the show? I thought we just throw shit up and then hope it works.
No, that's not the way it works, despite what many people like to fucking do on these podcasts. But no, we actually do try our best. But today, I just didn't have enough fucking time. But that's okay, because most of the shit that we're going to talk about, you guys already know. I don't even have to tell you what we're going to talk about. I don't even know why I wrote fucking title and tags and everything. But yeah, tonight, what's up with all the trailers that came out, by the way? Like, holy shit.
What day of the week? Is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday?
Wednesday, which is weird because Tuesday is usually the big day that everything comes out, and then
Yeah.
Fridays.
We get everything usually on Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday. That's because when everyone's either at home or they're just trying to get the most traffic.
Yeah, exactly. So I was really surprised by that because even this morning I woke up and that shit was happening already, and I was like, "Damn, like that's fucking crazy." So here's the, and by the way, I know it's a bad way to start off, but yet again, I gotta try this fucking chat. Hold on. Hey, I just wrote "hey" in the fucking chat. It's not just being random. There we go. I spelled it wrong too, just like Alan. Anyways,
How do you spell hey wrong? It's 3 letters.
well, I added 6 more. What's the problem? You got
What, you added 6 Y's like you're trying to slide in someone's DM? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, why is that a thing? Why do people say just because you do that, that's you're trying to get someone?
I don't fucking know. I think it's a bunch of people trying to, like, look into meetings when women talk to them.
Yeah, it's people trying to make themselves feel like someone wants to fuck them. Like, oh, you said a bunch of Y's, so that means you want me, right? It's like, no, nobody fucking wants you. Why don't you go back to your masturbating on the other tab of the fucking thing?
I can't remember if it was Jet or Ali that sent the photos one time of some guys like trying to hit on a girl by saying they should watch an art movie together. And then she's like, well, no, I don't like watching art movies. And it's like, well, it's only because you don't get it. But if you watch it with me, you'll get it. And goes, no, art movies are boring. It's like, no, you don't understand it. You don't watch it together? No.
By the way, so, context. Do you know why Rox calls you dad?
No!
Because she, even in the chat, she's like, hi, dad. It's like, it's fucking weird because you are way too young. Okay, I won't say young because then you're going to
I
get an
don't know.
argument.
That motherfucker looks like he's 40.
No, he doesn't.
That's because I have a beard and you don't.
No, Alan, I met you in person. You even got the dad outfits.
You do have
a
some
button
dad-ass
shirt is in a
outfits.
dad outfit. I'm sorry, I don't fucking wear like fucking like shirts with holes in them like
No,
you do.
you don't even gotta wear all that. You gotta just wear something that doesn't look like you shop at the adult Gap because you're about to start your first trimester.
At least I don't shop at the Baby Gap.
Fucking, I like how solid this goes.
And here we have 2 men basically fighting over fashion styles.
Yeah, 2 men who can't dress worth shit.
Are you judging me right now because I'm talking about style and fashion? Is this sexism right now, Jet?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, try to help her. Shit.
You know what? You don't support black movies.
I sure don't.
Solid just saying Alan can bust a nut. He can't be a daddy. Unless he's busting on guys and maybe not a biological daddy. But you could be somebody's daddy.
Stop this conversation. I don't want to hear this.
We're trying to talk about an alternate fucking dimension where you
I
actually
feel
have
like Alan's
sex.
the type of dude against facials. I feel like that's your thing.
To give or to get?
Everyone should be getting facial, to be honest.
I'm talking about that one.
Okay, well, I literally have no idea which one you're talking about.
Please, someone in the chat.
Well, I mean, my point still stands.
Imagine his beard all sticky and like that one bald spot's like totally smooth and his fucking in his beard. Sorry about that. Did you ever figure out why your shit wasn't like growing in the middle of your beard?
I'm not sure if it grew back.
No, it did
I
not.
have no fucking idea. The only thing I could think of is because when I sit and do anything, I'm kind of like this, and sometimes I probably just pull hairs out in this one specific area, but it hasn't grown back enough because everything else is going faster. So it's probably just me like fidgeting with it.
Dude, you might need to go to Sephora and get like a eyebrow pencil and just kind
I can't afford to walk. I can't afford to walk into Sephora.
You can get one of
No.
the cheaper ones for like $15.
Yeah, get one of those like
$15.
No,
Yeah.
in Sephora, they have lots of places that are inside of branches, and like you just go in there, and they don't really have like a lot of fucking like a lot of stuff. Like it's not like I walk in and I'm all fancy. Like that's only with like the main Sephora branches. Why don't you go to a mall and just go into one of those Sephoras?
I'm good.
Yeah, I will say though, man, what you call it? You should just shave that part. Just shave it and let it be bald, and then stop fucking pulling at your shit. Yeah, Jesus, man. Good thing I'm here.
Advice from people that can't grow a beard between them.
Motherfucker, I have a beard.
5 hairs on your chinny chin doesn't make you.
Okay, for one, don't you name all 3 of my chins, and 4. I just skipped 2 and 3 by the way. Like 1 and then 4. I'm fucking stupid. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
1 chin, 2 chin,
3 chin.
God, fuck.
I hate all of you, honestly.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that honestly was actually pretty serious. I can tell on your face that you really fucking hate me, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm sorry saying it's Alan's favorite saying, "Shoot it all over me." Ugh, no, I don't even. I would not want a girl to say that. I feel like just like shoot it over me.
He goes, "I'm here also."
Yeah. He just pops up underneath the sheet while someone else.
Please, somebody in the chat ask a question so we can move the fuck on.
Oh, don't tell him to do that. They'll ask a question about your sex life again, and then I won't have an answer.
I can easily answer that since I don't have one. I can answer that really easily.
Does Alan like his butt cheek spread? We don't know, but we're willing to find out.
Niall saying, "Yo, what the fuck did I miss?" It's like, I don't know, man, but I tell you who didn't miss. Whoever's in bed with fucking Alan all over his face. But here's the thing, though. We're moving on. We're gonna talk about the fucking show. We're gonna move into our topics and everything. I have no way I'm gonna bring all this up. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So first of all, the first thing that's in my mind is Wendy Williams. Did no one else see this coming? The fact that she's on drugs?
Nope. The yayo, run to the yayo.
Yeah, so apparently she's in a what do you call it? A Full House or what the fuck?
She's in Full House now.
A sober
person
house.
from Full House is like some other type of trouble. I don't know about.
Yeah, I don't even know about that. Honestly, you saying that,
Wendy may have a drug addiction, but at least she's not ruining the educational system trying to buy their kids' way through college.
Good
Exactly.
Lord. Yeah, I know a little bit about. Oh, Tiffany Fawson, hey, thanks for showing up and everything. I haven't seen you in the chat like fucking ever, so awesome that you're here. And hopefully you don't give a shit about Wendy Williams because we're about to talk shit about her. That day that she and I don't have the fucking image here, but like you know that video when she was dressed as Statue of Liberty and she like was like ooh, she fell down and shit and fucked up. I think from that point forward, I was like, she's obviously on drugs. Now she's in a place called the Sober House, which I mean, if she's not sober, like what? The Sober House? What the fuck is that? I mean, do you guys even know what the Sober House is? Like, do you know any like context to this particular Sober House? Because I don't.
Basically, what sober houses are is the places they put people that have like strong addictions, and basically you're supposed to live with people for like 24 hours to 72 hours, and it's supposed to be 100% clean leaving. They don't let you leave the premises. They don't let you have contact with the outside. It's basically goddamn notifications. It's basically.
What did I tell you before the show started? Jet got to mute your notifications.
I am my own man, sir.
What did I tell both of you?
I got more shit going on. Like I can't have my phone muted. God damn it!
I want to point out he's fighting the dad bit, but he's literally talking to me like my father right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're such a bad dad because no one's listening to you.
I'm the only one here with my fucking webcam on, which means I can't actively look at my fucking phone. But y'all's excuse, what's y'all's excuses?
I'm looking at porn. But anyways, the Sober House is basically a place they put people to a chance to sober up. And honestly, it's kind of good on her for doing it herself because a lot of times when people are forced through addiction treatment, either by, the police services or just like family members that just force them to get clean, and it's not something they personally want, they have a better chance of relapsing and not even like breaking their addiction cycle. So honestly, good on her for a minute she had a problem and she wanted to go solve it and get figured out.
Yeah, man, because I'm wondering too. It's like I would be like this. Like honestly, if I was in a situation where I had to tell people on a live show that I was on drugs, I'd be like, oh fuck the comments, and like her face is over here. I know you guys can't see it because I forgot the rabbit, but she's basically like freaking the fuck out. And this was the time when she fainted. And you would think that she'd be in that situation again, but no. I mean, people are like talking good about her. They're supporting her. They're it's like I'm surprised. Like, what is that particular? I guess like formula to have people support you when you admit to something as extreme as this, or to go through something as extreme as this and scandalous, and yet not have to deal with anyone talking shit. Like that's kind of weird. Like no one's really going off about her.
It depends on what kind of person you are, I guess. Because I don't know what Demi Lovato did, but when she was on here, when everyone was giving her so much fucking shit, so I'm like, I don't know what the fuck she did prior to deserve all that. But then seeing this, I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it just depends on the kind of person you are prior. Because if you're kind of a shitty person, no one's going to care. But I guess Wendy Williams is a good enough person. I don't know anything about her, but that's probably why she's not getting as much shit.
Jed, I'm gonna ask you: are you surprised by this at all? Because I remember talking shit before. Maybe I remember you kind of like, oh Nick, shut the fuck up, whatever. So like, yeah, about this. Are you
That
surprised?
wasn't me.
That wasn't you. I'm sorry. I was just getting
That,
confused.
that ain't me.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
like, no, this isn't fucking surprising. Like, dude, with all the shit she has going on, like her husband cheating on her, her doing the radio show, her doing like her regular TV show basically every day. I'm not surprised at all. Basically, I'm pretty sure she's doing way more surgeries than necessary still. So, like, her like going like getting help isn't surprising to me whatsoever. Like, I feel like it is kind of a stunt though, because I'm pretty sure she is doing one of those houses that basically like, oh, like, look, everyone, I was in there for like this shorter amount of time than everyone else who has strong addictions go to and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still good on her. I don't know if anyone basically forced her to go or anything like that, or she went herself, but it's not really surprising.
Would you, like, I guess, think less of her if someone else had to force her into there? Because sometimes people just don't fucking know that it's time to go. You know what I mean? Like, people just can't, like, put that shit together in their head.
I mean, my opinion of her hasn't really changed at all. It's still been the same.
Okay, yeah, because it's like it's one of those things too. Like now being on drugs or going through an addiction issue, it's no longer villainous. I remember back in the day, something like that would be so scandalous that people were like, "Oh, how dare you!" And they, shame, the whole thing. And nowadays it's like, "Oh, damn, that sucks. You're going through that, bro." It's like she's sick or something. That she caught the fucking chicken pox. It's like, dude, she made a decision to do drugs. So like for me, I'm not really forgiving. It's like, yeah, stop fucking. Don't do drugs. Like you're a fucking adult.
That like it's just like, yeah, I understand why she did it, but I mean, like, the thing is, I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised no one's not going after her because she's kind of the gossip queen of like Hollywood. And
I can assure you, there's people who are basically just kind of under the radar, going like, yeah, take that bitch. But just like, if you already knew she was on coke, like you're just like, yeah, well, like we knew.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I would say I knew, but it's like, who knows? And some people are like, what's that guy who does Bravo? Brad something? I forgot his fucking name. But
Bradhead?
I almost said Brad Garrett, but that's a completely different person.
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Bravo CEO.
Andy Cohen?
Andy Cohen, yeah. He's a guy that I think, and he's admitted to smoking weed, which is not, I mean, that's like smoking tobacco nowadays. Who gives a fuck? But like, I would imagine he does drugs. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I say that in the sense of like, dude, how the fuck is he able to do like 5 shows a day? Like, that's one of the most hardworking men I've ever fucking seen in my life.
And I still hate him.
Why do you hate Andy Cohen, by the way?
He's an asshole. He's
like, how so?
Shit. You never watch one of those shows and just see how he fucking talks to people? Or when he does like, after the show shit, when people call in, whatever?
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing when people like get through the radar or whatever and ask like the housewife different questions than what he was expecting and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's funny to see him fuck with people, and sometimes he starts shit and then tries to calm it down, like when they're doing that reunion stuff, like at the end of the season with all the housewives and everything. But at the same time, it's like you have to do that. You have to be an asshole to be entertaining on these shows, and I feel like
you don't.
I don't know. He gets a lot of reactions from people, and it's just like Wendy Williams. Like Wendy Williams, take her TV show out of context. Wendy Williams is a yenta. She's a, she mouths off. Like she's a bitch. She puts everyone's fucking business out there. She's always judging somebody, and no one judges her for this situation. Just like I'm pretty sure no one would probably judge Andy Cohen if something came up that he was on drugs or something.
No,
like,
people would be going in on fucking Andy Cohen.
I would be surprised if that was the case, just like I'm surprised about this. Maybe I'm just not aware of how serious or how scandalous some of these things are, because maybe I'm too old school and I'm thinking like the 90s, like they'd be in the cover of Inquirer magazine. You go to the fucking the cashier and like that magazine's like, hey, guess who gained 10 pounds? This piece of shit. And then you have to buy it to learn about how much they fucking suck.
No, I mean, you don't. You can just like quickly like skim through the article while you're standing in line at the grocery store or some shit.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. By the way, who the fuck would buy those? I don't know how they're still in business. Like, why would you still sell those when people have like Google and all that bullshit? Like, I don't know.
That's a good fucking question. There is a place at my mall. There's a newspaper place right across from the dollar store, and I do not understand. They've been in business for like 20 years.
Yeah, but it's like, and I feel like they're doing great, because as soon as you hear about something, 2 days later they have a version of that out, like on that fucking stand. When you're trying to get your shit, it's like Butterfinger or Gossip. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
In my experience, a lot of those book places kind of run by rich hipster kids.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, I enjoy books so much. The problem with the world today is no one reads books. And then you find out, like, yeah, my dad owns something in Colorado, General Electric. Like, yeah, most of the time I run to like these bookshops here in Colorado that are quote unquote like locally run. They're just run by the local rich kid that's really into literature.
Really? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, whatever the fuck he said.
Literature.
Literature.
I know, yeah, literature.
I can't breathe out of my nose, Alan.
Motherfucker's talking about Worcestershire
And
sauce.
you should have said books. You should have tried to say fancy words.
Matter of fact, where's Wendy Williams? I need some coke to open these nostrils up so I can talk.
She's sober now. Let her live.
She's in a sober house, but she's high as fuck.
Look like there ain't no drugs in the sober house. I know someone's hiding some smack under the floorboard. Don't lie to me.
Why would you ever want to take something that's called smack? It's like,
Yo, imagine if you fucking overdosed at the sober house. Like, people talk shit about you.
Yeah, imagine if you died in the sober house. People talk shit about you. I don't think you give a fuck at that point.
isn't it like that's like sober church? Like, how the fuck do you get like fuck? That's like sinning in church. Like,
I've done it.
Oh no,
People
I
do
don't
that all
wanna
the
hear
time.
about that.
Some of them call
I
them.
went so fucking high at a Christmas mass once that it was great. I think Jesus the statue was talking to me.
I sinned in one church once too. I came in and I was like happy about life, and like you can't be happy about anything.
Well,
when it
I
comes to
was
religion.
happy about life too.
Yeah.
But that's only if you're Catholic.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's a lot of other ones, but Catholic, man, I'm not gonna get into that because my Catholic person
That's
watching.
the
I'm not gonna talk
Catholic.
shit.
Don't get them-
Catholics.
Don't get the Muslims started on Catholics.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk shit because then people can be like, "Oh, what do you believe in?" Nothing. I'm fucking sad. So, anyways, Toy Story 4, from drugs to toys, and you had to be a crack.
Sounds about right.
Made a friend.
Damn, that shit was loud as fuck. Sorry about that. Anyways, our boy Woody has returned, and I'm not talking about my penis. Ganja Guru, I know you and I both just really watched this fucking trailer, but this trailer had such an effect on me that I forgot I already watched it. Holy
That's
shit.
what happened, sir. But I actually liked it, but to a certain degree. Basically, it's going through the story of like you have to learn to accept that you're gonna have to move on. It's basically a big move on relationship movie because a lot of the trailer sequences show that Woody still has a big heart on for Andy, and their love has kind of been the big focus point for a lot of these movies. And it seems like this one is about him trying to figure out who he is in a person, and him trying to take a journey about like what does Woody want in his life instead of just constantly trying to please the kids that he's being given to. And I kind of like that aspect to it, though. I don't know how they're going to handle this because that third one was a perfect open-ended story. Like you literally start with Andy being a kid and end with him going to college, which is I think the perfect story of like growing up and leaving childhood behind. Especially that around that time, especially me, I was around that age group that was going to college, and my friends were going to college, so. It really hit me hard when I watched that scene that like, yeah, Andy was me and we're all growing up and time to move on. Yeah. And yeah, we love our childish things, but sometimes we have to leave that behind to become adults and become the final people that we're going to be. Yeah. And they threw that all out for the sequel.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's frustrating about this too is that when you look at this, and I'm like Woody over here holding my fucking head going like, oh, fuck! Because as I'm watching this, it's like you had to do that weird, and I'm not saying that women can't have their fucking movies, but it's like, really, we're gonna push the feminine agenda on Bo, that fucking chick who no one gives a fuck about from the first movie, and she's like, oh, I'm a badass, and look at this fucking world, and we're doing this, and we're doing that. It's like, dude, all you need to do now is have Woody in blackface, and then we got it fucking covered. Like, so fucking annoying.
We're gonna do a small parody of us, like halfway through the film.
Oh.
No, it feels like they're doing what they did with the Lego Movie Part 2. From bits and pieces of seeing this, because I didn't watch the trailer because honestly, this is going to come across as blasphemous. I don't really like the Toy Story movies. I don't think they're bad. I just don't like them.
Heartless motherfucker.
Shame.
I saw the first one as a kid. I didn't like it. I saw halfway through the first one. I didn't like it. I'm not saying they're bad movies. They're just not for me. But it does feel like
you
they're
only
doing.
saw the first one?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm not going to watch the next two if I don't like the first one.
Sometimes movies they get better. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but again, as a kid, I didn't like it. So, and I saw the first half of the second one, and I'm just like, I just wasn't really a fan of it. But it seems like a lot of what they're doing with this trailer is they're trying to do a lot of what they did with the Lego Movie Part 2, where they're trying to change the agenda instead of it making basically just a boys' movie. They're like, hey, let's try to change it up a little bit and have some stuff that can appease little girls as well, because hey, they're watching these movies as well. I don't know how well it's going to work, because I don't think it worked particularly well in the Lego Movie Part 2. So hopefully this time it's better, but that movie, the Lego Movie, failed just because it just was not well written. So I hope this doesn't have the same problem.
And it's like one of these things too, and this is the same complaint I have with like the Endgame thing. Like this Toy Story 4, Toy Story 3 made me cry like a little bitch. I fucking bawled, dude, and like many people did. I don't think I'm, the weird one out.
I cried at that ending where he's driving away. He looks back at Woody one more time. Yeah. That shit.
No, it's fucked up, man. It's like that's how old people feel when they look at their Woody for the last time. It's never coming back. But this one did.
I mean, take Viagra. That shit resurrects like a zombie.
There's a snake in my pants. No, but looking at this, man, you know, I gotta tell you, like, they're trying to go for the sadness thing too, of like, oh my god, like, don't you care? Blah blah blah. It's like, dude, you can't. Don't keep like you made a sale, right? Why would you try to sell something like way more? I already bought it. Let me go before you change my fucking mind.
But the extended warranty though.
No, but it's one of those things like, have you ever went to GameStop, right? And like you got a game for $50, and then they start kind of like, because you can afford it. Then they're like, oh, why'd you get this? Actually, this version, blah, blah, blah. And they start deselling what you already bought because this other thing looks so good, but you can't afford it. So now you're just like, you know what? How about just wait for that, and I just won't buy this. So now I'm leaving here with nothing. It's like,
you know what they should have? They should have called. They should have just done a spinoff called it Bo Peep, a Toy Story.
No, maybe. I'm not even joking. Maybe.
Oh.
You know, don't fucking have. I mean, dude, no one gives a fuck about Woody's story. Woody's story is over.
I thought it was funny.
Honestly, it's just
I agree
retread.
with you. It made sense. When you're supposed to laugh at your shit. I thought that was a
I
smart
thought
thing
it
to
was
say.
funny. I was like, oh man, this joke's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna laugh.
Alan, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not funny.
Sometimes Julian is right, Alan.
Fuck
Aw.
you. No one has ever said that in the history of anything.
He just said it, so that's.
That Julian might be right. Yeah, fuck that.
Might be. I put a disclaimer there.
Yeah, the might is a no.
Oh,
There's an asterisk in front of that might.
Day in the chat saying, "Damn, Alan." Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying they're bad movies. I'm sure they're great movies. Just,
When
they weren't
she
for
loved me, Alan. When she loved me.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
But I don't know what the fuck that means either.
From the second-
You would know if you would watch the fucking second movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
fucking
but
Nick watched the fucking movie and doesn't
Yeah.
get it either.
Okay, yeah, because that was one of the most. That was most. Blah, 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 say it right, you motherfucker. It's a very forgettable film.
Well,
Toy
your
Story 2.
your opinion's falling apart just like that
No,
sentence.
Toy Story 2 is fucking bad. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you, it's all a bunch of fucking stupid little jokes, and then this like wannabe sad story. Like, hey man, what can we do to make this sad? Oh, she's away from. Like, we already did that in the first one. You fucking.
Well,
stupid,
no,
same-ass
like
story.
this is Jesse's story is completely different from Woody and from Woody's story in the first one. Like that, if anything, like hers is like more like sad because of what happened in the third movie.
Well, yeah, but the second movie, when you watch the second one, you don't really fucking know that the third. You don't even know if this
Which
is
makes
third
the second
movie.
one more sad because you realize what's happening in the third.
But
Which makes it one of the more sadder characters in the goddamn movie.
You gotta judge the movie like when you first see it. You can't be like, oh, like now it's fucking sad because the third one. It's like this is the same thing you were complaining
This
about.
scene was
This
sad.
is the same
Was
thing-
sad with the first time you seen it.
This was the same thing you were talking about when you were talking about like, oh, I can't stand that Wreck-It Ralph fans said that Into Spider-Verse is the last movie because of this movie. It's like you can't do that.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, because you're doing this with Toy
Your
Story 3
opinions
and 2.
it's still fucking falling apart because now
Toy
you're getting
Story-
facts wrong.
No. You're talking
Wreck-It
about
Ralph.
Toy
Who's
Story-
cares about Wreck-It Ralph?
No, don't
That
you
movie
don't
came
you
out.
do that. You're diverting. No, fuck that.
No, you're wrong.
She was talking about Wreck-It Ralph too, like a long time ago, like about
Who
how
the fuck
people
Wreck-It
were
Ralph
liking
Broly.
it.
The Broly.
Who?
The Broly movie.
Okay, Broly.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, more nerd
Oh,
shit.
according to Nick, Broly and Wreck-It Ralph are the same movie.
They might as well be. 'Cause it's just-
It might as well be, just to make your opinion work.
Alan, you didn't even see
Oh,
the
I'm just
trailer.
having fun with this. You
Exactly.
can go
Why don't
fuck
you-
yourself.
I hope your battery turns off on your fucking headset, you motherfucker. You.
Oh, I
Anyway.
charge this thing.
Thank you. I'm like, all right. No, here's the thing. With fucking Broly, you were mad because people were saying, oh, this movie makes me think of Into the Spider-Verse less. How the fuck is that wrong? And then with like Toy Story 3 makes Toy Story 2 a better movie. Like, no, fuck that. Toy Story 3
What?
wasn't
I didn't
even
say
out.
that. I
It's a
said they're
sequel.
both good
It's a direct
movies.
sequel.
But Toy Story 3 wasn't out when Toy Story 2 came out.
But it's still a direct sequel.
But it doesn't make the second one a better fucking movie.
Yes, it
What the
does.
fuck? How the
That's
fuck is
like
that possible? It came
Because
out
you have the
afterwards.
context, because the context of what happens in one movie makes the next movie. It's like how you see that with trilogies all the goddamn time. It's like why people don't like The Dark Knight Rises because of how good The Dark Knight was and how different the fucking movies are.
Okay, so let me
They can
ask
make
you-
it worse.
Okay, Terminator 2. Does it make Terminator 1 a better movie?
Yeah, does it make Terminator 1 a better movie or Terminator 3 a worse movie?
No! Just answer the fucking question. Yes or no? Terminator 2 makes Terminator 1 a better movie.
Yes.
Oh, you fucking
Because you
motherfucker.
have the parallels of what it's like when this character is good and what it's like for this character to be bad, and you get to see the differences are obvious, but the similarities are more important.
Well, this movie's coming out.
You somehow managed to bring Terminator to Toy Story.
I'm just saying too, and that's another thing I'm getting sick of as well. And we talked about this before the fucking show, but everyone talks about how, oh, I don't like Terminator because of time travel. Jet, okay, you bring that up all the fucking
with that.
time.
I'm not watching that fucking movie.
But the thing is, though, is that you hear everybody else talk about it and bring up time travel because people get really fucking nerdy all the time. No one can just like shit and just be like, I like it. No, it has to be like, oh, I know every single fucking thing about it, and that's how I have to talk about it. But it's like that movie barely has anything to do with time travel. Like, I'm serious. Like, except for Genesis.
This is no whole.
What are you talking about?
When you watch the movies, the time travel is the context of the movie that happens between each film. And the reason why the characters are in the positions that they are when the movie starts is because of time travel. But inside the movie, no one travels through time. It's just Sarah Connor and John Connor in the 90s chilling, and then the robot comes, and he's like...
He traveled through time. That's time travel.
Hey. But the thing is, the movie doesn't have to consistently have time travel be an ability for time travel to be the point of the plot. The plot does not happen unless time travel is there. The plot doesn't have any meaning unless time travel is relevant. Terminator 2, the entire point of that fucking movie is to stop the future from fucking happening. Terminator 3, the Terminator 3, the entire plot of that was to make sure certain people survive so that the future can happen. It is so important to the plot that the plot of a Terminator movie would never fucking work unless time travel is super fucking important.
But each movie is its own story. That's what's so beautiful about Terminator is that every single movie is a reboot and a sequel and a prequel. It's the most unique franchise of all fucking time, where every movie can be watched by itself with its own context. Because in the movie, time travel doesn't actually happen during the film, except for Genesis.
Okay. But again, yes, that stipulation that nobody walks into a fucking portal and ends up in a different time period is there. But time travel is still incredibly relevant to it to the extent where you can't get rid of it. The only reason Terminator 2 ends the way it does is because of time travel. It's because of future.
I'm just saying, Jess should watch the fucking movie and actually enjoy it.
You know what I'm saying? Toy Story needs time travel in it, apparently.
You're right.
Yeah, actually it fucking does. It'd be nice. We're still watching this trailer and it's like, oh, Andy, and I got Andy on my fucking shoe. Like, for one, why isn't the new owner washing your fucking shoes? You're just gonna walk around like a dirty ass fucking toy? Like, what about his, like, it's fucking gross. Like, wash yourself, right? And, and it's been years too. Apparently it's been 20 years because in Toy Story 3, Andy's already like jacking off and fucking chicks and everything, and Woody's just sitting there watching like a fucking pervert. Okay, yeah, I see you, Woody. I see you right there.
Yeah, crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why Woody's walking around this fucking hallway all sad. Look at him, he's walking behind Bo Peep, checking her out, fucking prevert. Anyways, so the thing is this whole time no one washed Andy off his fucking shoe, and yet the new kids that watch Toy Story 4 are supposed to know about Andy and watch this whole fucking series. It's like, dude, no. Why don't you have a new kid, a new story, a new fucking thing? Why are we still talking about Andy?
They do have a new kid. That's why I have the third one.
He's still crying about Andy like a little bitch.
He was with him for most of his life.
Like, Andy is into a whole new world of toys, sex toys. He's doing his own fucking thing.
He's into sex toys.
Yeah, and then after that dildo is used, it wakes up like, oh, jeez. Like, dude, Andy's not important. It's been two fucking movies.
Now that I think about it, I haven't watched any of the trailers. Like, it'd be interesting if they did implement, like, how most kids aren't really using toys nowadays. They're mostly on their devices and stuff like that now. Yeah. Their PlayStations and stuff.
Well, that probably explains why Andy's so dirty, because it's like, back when Toy Story 1 came out, it's like, yeah, Andy took good care of his fucking toys because they were expensive and that's all he had. Nowadays, it's like, you can get a Woody doll for like $10 fucking. Who cares if it's broken?
And that's another thing, too, though. It's like, we're moving on so much, and they did put years onto it because Andy did get older. So now what? Like, there's no cell phones, there's no smartphones, there's no extra version of toys. Who gives a fuck about a cowboy toy? Like, dude, time travel, thanks, Jet. That would be a good idea to do a Toy Story. Bring it back. Make us care about Andy again. What else happened back in the day when Andy was a little kid? Like,
show us his dad in Vietnam. Let's go there.
Okay, cool. Actually, what happened to his dad? We never got to know Andy's dad. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, time travel does good shit for things.
No, it doesn't. It really
takes a minute to stop. So now
there's basically like flashbacks and stuff in the second one, but you didn't like that.
Time travel usually ruins things.
Man, fuck it. Toy Story 4 is coming out. I'm going to watch the fucking shit. All right, I'm sorry, Tay.
It's going to make $1 billion no matter what. I mean, if Incredibles 2 made $1 billion and that movie fucking sucked, this is going to make $1 billion.
You know what's bad is like Tay saying stop Nick like totally made me... I had to look into a mirror and just be like, dude, what are you doing right now? Like, I looked into my fucking soul.
Have your reflection just slap you right across the face.
Yeah. It was a lot like, fuck, I forgot the joke.
Wow. It's Taxi Driver.
All right.
Who are you looking at? Who are you talking to?
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stupid. That's the
I
thing.
never watched Taxi Driver.
I
Fuck
just
you.
looked stupid, and you still had to put a layer of yourself on there. You jackass! I already lost.
Wait,
You'll
so you
bring
made
me in
hold on.
somehow.
So you made a reference to a movie you haven't even watched?
You
Yeah,
do that all the
exactly.
time here.
I don't.
Yes, you fucking do.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna assume he watched Terminator at least.
Yeah, I watched Terminator.
Nah, he's never seen a Terminator movie. He doesn't. Nick doesn't watch movies. He just reads about it on Wikipedia.
Oh, really? Hey, Alan, who's a villain from fucking Transformers 2 then, buddy?
Oh, The Fallen.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. That's the name of the fucking...
You're wrong. You're the only
wrong.
one that's wrong.
Megatron's a fucking... He's in the goddamn
No, he's
movie
not the
doing all
villain.
shit. The Fallen is
The
literally...
real villain here is Michael Bay, okay? Hey.
No, you leave
We're not
Michael Bay
getting
alone.
through this again.
Yeah,
Michael,
the
fuck Michael
real
Bay,
villain
man.
is Megan Fox's forehead.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Goddamn
That
it.
that forehead made the movie better. Don't
No, it didn't.
disrespect her like this.
She
Did we
actually
even-
made the movie worse.
Yeah, way worse. Fucking let me.
You mean better with their forehead?
Yeah, that was really good acting when she bent over the motorcycle and showed her ass again. Wow, good job. Very, very talented, you fucking horse.
We're not
Yeah.
talking about every single thing Nick likes because I'm not talking about The Walking Dead again.
I was about to bring up, not just playing. Moving on. We're going on to whatever the fuck trailer. What's the next goddamn trailer? Oh yeah, Stranger Things. Because why not bore people even more so? Who man? Are people done sucking this fucking show's dick? This is boring.
So, okay, I can't fucking stand the trailer, but going into this, like, the first, when Stranger Things 1 came out, it was kind of this weird, I don't want to say it was the start of the nostalgia boom, but I want to say it was right at its cusp when it was basically almost at its
Stranger
beginning.
Things and It were right at the beginning of it.
Yeah. And when it came out, everyone was like, oh, we're kind of having, basically, again, we're having something like The Goonies, something like It, but as a television show. And it came out and it was doing all its references, but it had an interesting, premise. It was kind of like a Spielberg type movie. It came out and people loved it. People had a great time with it. The second one came out and people still had a great time. I didn't really enjoy the first one that much. I think the second half is better than the first half for season 1. Season 2 is fucking incredible. The stories, the characters, everything fucking works out well. But I thought that this series was kind of done because they did so much in the second one. They had so many growth, they had so many spin-offs. I'm like, oh, they're going to go somewhere else. They're going to do some other shit, right? No, they're just going to go once again and do a fucking coming-of-age story with these characters again. Like, the tagline for this is, a summer can change everything. I'm like, y'all have fought monsters 2 summers in a row, at least.
Yeah.
What the fuck else is going to change? This trailer is trash. There's something that happens in this fucking trailer in the last 30 fucking seconds that pisses me off to no fucking end. It does it in fucking Mother. It does it in a lot of fucking thrillers. And it's that fucking hypercut of here's a bunch of bullshit to some fucking song. And you don't know what the fuck any of the context is because it's going so fucking fast and it's nauseating. And it's like, well, oh, when you watch the fucking show, you'll remember all these little slivers. Like, no, fuck you. Have an actual fucking trailer or cut your fucking length. You're showing it right goddamn now and it's pissing me off because it's so fucking stupid.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. There is a rhythm that these kind of trailers do, and this was a thing for movies back in the day as well. It's not something that's just new, but it's like it's building up to a reveal because even the music cues is like da 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 da, and you see this, and they're obviously going to show, and you'll see it right now. This monster looks like the fucking liquor, by the way.
It does. It looks like a Resident Evil monster.
Yeah. It's like all it needs is a fucking eyeball in its arm or some shit, which I don't know why Resident Evil does that. But this fucking thing right here, which by the way, the CGI looks shitty in my opinion. Sorry.
Again, I'm not gonna. There was a shot in the trailer where a bunch of dudes are getting like owned by the fucking electricity monster. Look kind of cool. That looks but whatever. At this point, like I'm very easily forgiving for television shows that don't have the best fucking budget. Because hey, guess what? You're on fucking television. You're only get like for 10 episodes, you probably generally get $50 to $100 million. Most movies that are like half the fucking length get 3 times the budget. So it's like as long as you can make an interesting show, and that's what the first one did. It had decent CG and it had a really good story. I don't know if they're going to be able to get Lightning the third fucking time because they have all these characters that have grown up because hey, that's how time works. I just don't know because I'm so sick of Eleven's character. I'm so sick of 11 not understanding the world, and then every single time she fucking uses her power, she has a fucking aneurysm. Like, it's really fucking annoying, that character. I thought they were able to solve the problem in 2, but this is exactly what you guys are talking about, the Toy Story thing. Everything was solved. We finished every single thing in 2. Why are we bringing it back? And it seems like they're just getting like 10 other fucking characters that are probably going to get offed randomly just so we can keep the main 4. Like,
No,
really
we're
don't
going to
understand why-
Riverdale, Alan. Like, completely that's what's going on right now. Don't you get it?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I honestly have no fucking idea what the hell's going on in this trailer. I'm assuming it's some sort of teaser, but I really have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they're calling it an official trailer, which I'm so glad they're not calling it a teaser, because I would lose my shit if another 2 minute and 50 second fucking teaser comes out. It's like, it's a tease. I'm like, no, it's a whole fucking show, you jackass. But, Jay, I'm going to ask you, do you feel like the flame of Stranger Things went out finally? Or, I mean, what do you feel about this? And did you even watch Stranger Things? Because I never talked to you about that.
No. I don't care about the fucking 80s.
Yeah,
But
no, I'm sick
no,
of the
like
80s.
I still feel like people are gonna go crazy over this. I mean, they've been waiting for what, like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they like the first two seasons, they're gonna be excited for this one no matter what.
Because there's so much other shit on Netflix right now. That's the thing. It's like Hulu's doing good, Amazon's doing good. So it's like, is Stranger Things like that? I hate to say it because it's weird at this point now because we're you know it was just a few years ago when this came out. But it's like the old dog in the fight. You know, it's like Stranger Things is yesteryear's news. I mean, we're talking about fucking haunted house, haunted Hill House. Where the fuck? I mean,
Yeah. No,
Very-
Netflix has been doing a lot of good stuff, but again, Stranger Things is a very, very popular show. It's like that's like saying, "Oh man, is anyone excited for like like the 5th season of Breaking Bad?" It's like, of course they fucking are. They want another or American Horror Story. People still fucking watch American Horror Story. We're fucking 9 seasons into that garbage.
But I think the numbers
Like-
on American Horror Story went down quite a bit, as well as
Yeah,
I mean, you look at the Netflix stuff or the Marvel Netflix stuff. That shit went down really bad, and then you know people are starting to get into this whole. I mean, I think we're like on the very like edge of a new era as far as like TV and shows and streaming and all that stuff goes, to the point where all this other shit, once you pass like season 3 of whatever the fuck your product is, you are now officially like, okay, that shit's getting old. Like we move on. You know, we got Kingdom. We got there's a new show that's coming out too called Black Summer, which is about I guess zombies again. I don't know what the fuck. So now it's like it's weird. I mean, we live in a world that Z Nation's dead in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. It's funny because
crazy.
we're getting to the point where people no longer because like back in the day, back when you were in the 90s, people loved the fact that you went on for like 15 seasons. Like soap operas never fucking ended.
Yeah.
They would keep changing the cast. It would never fucking end. But then it got to the point later on they were network television. People didn't want to stick around for 10 seasons of television. They're like just fucking ended. That's why CSI has like 18 fucking spinoffs because they're like let's do something fucking new with it. And now we're getting to the point where it's like people would rather a mini series like Russian Doll, which at some point I'll talk about it if we ever get a fucking chance to. That's 10 episodes and they finish it. They'll probably do a season 2. Hopefully it'll be a different story. But that's a complete 10 episode run and it's really really fucking good. And Umbrella Academy came out. I mean, they are going to do a second season, but they could easily wrap up the story in season 2 and do something else. Narcos changes it up so much between seasons, it feels like it's a new show. But this continuing thing of like let's have these same characters come back year after year is starting to really change. A lot of, like American Horror Story had this from the start. It's like we're just going to keep randomly doing our own fucking thing. I don't see Stranger Things doing a season 4. I see it getting a season 4 with maybe a new cast. I don't see them saying fuck it, we're going to keep these characters again for this long. I think they're either just going to hopefully don't cancel it, but they're going to move on.
Yeah, no, and I kind of see that too. Guns, I'm gonna ask you. You're gonna be the last word over here, man. Stranger Things season 3, man. Are you hyped at all? I mean, I know people in the chat are, but how about you?
No, not at all. I was never a fan of the Stranger Things series. I went to go do the haunted house thing in Orlando, but besides that, I have no real kind of like connection to the show. But I do want to touch on something that Alan's brought up and something that I kind of believe big time is our generation wants finished shows. Because I don't know about y'all, but growing up, none of our shows finished. If you really think about it, they either lasted 2 or 3 seasons. And that's because they wanted to ride the hype of, we're constantly making new content. We're constantly making new episodes. So instead of actually getting an end to a lot of the favorite cartoon series that we like, a lot of them just kind of got left in the hang. Like American Dragon only finished their shit because they were allowed to come back 5 years later.
Fucking Samurai Jack is a perfect example. That show just fucking stopped, and then they said, hey, we're going to come back for like 10 episodes and fucking finish it.
We're like, our generation is more like, we want our closed stories. We don't want to have to wait and hope that the seasons get fucking bigger and bigger and that more and more people watch, so we might hopefully get it ended instead of constant spinoffs. Because I think that was the biggest complaint with a lot of like soap operas and a lot of like stuff that are sitcom related nowadays is people don't want one-off episodes. They want things to continue. They want story developed. They want change perspective. They don't want Homer Simpson doing the same fucking escapade every goddamn episode because he's just Homer Simpson. They want character development now.
And jump to Game of Thrones and Arrow and Gotham. Those are all ending this year. Well, not Arrow, but most of these shows are going to be ended in a year because we're done with these stories. And I think that's something that's really important that Netflix is getting and a lot of people are starting to getting is there's a lot of benefit in having a streaming service that has a lot of good stories on there that end. Because we're no longer in a situation, oh man, we got to keep this show on here for 30 seasons so people can watch it. No. If you have a good face, like Netflix, honestly, at this point, almost every single original show on Netflix is worth watching. There's not a single one that's not worth watching, which means the next time someone says, hey, Netflix original, I'm already there.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm surprised by that because you would think the internet, they like to just show on everything. So it's like, for Netflix to continue getting these positive feedbacks from people. It's like, okay, cool, like fuck yeah, you're doing something right. Even something as long as Love, Death, and Robots, fucking insane amount of shit to actually binge.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is, yeah.
Yeah, and it's fucking huge right now. And it's like people, and then I guess there's talk about Bird Box 2 apparently, and that's a movie. So it's like, holy shit, like I don't know what the fuck's going on with Netflix. We're doing so well, and then Hulu's gonna be, and then by the way too, I guess 20th Century Fox is somehow linked to Hulu, correct? So
I think Hulu's owned by like 3 different people or some shit.
yeah, so because of that, and Disney having
Not an account.
yeah, no, you better get your ass an account because there's gonna be so much shit that we're gonna end up having to watch. Like,
I'll just pirate it like everyone
Yeah, we have techniques to do this.
no, I guess you're right, but it's just like, you know, I will give you this. It's just like, you know, 20th Century Fox having a certain stake in it, and then also, you know, Disney already having a stake somewhat in it. Now they own more of a stake. So that whole thing about Hulu talking about, oh, we're gonna have like these Netflix Marvel shows reinstated into our shit. That's so possible now. Like at first I was laughing about it. Now I'm thinking about it. It's like, yeah, Disney has more of an equity now to do something like that with Hulu. And now Disney Plus, it's like those two are going to fucking fight on Netflix. And Netflix can't be going back to the Stranger Things hole. They can't go to the well too often to keep doing the same fucking thing. Like, at a certain point, I mean, dude, this show's almost not about kids. These kids are growing up so fucking fast. It's like, this will not be a coming of age story. It's going to be, dying of age story.
Or it's going to be sorry, go ahead.
It's definitely going to be one of those things that, like, hey, we're going to talk about these kids becoming high schoolers and adults now, and that's what we're going to tease off of. Like, the adventure is over because the adventure was just childhood.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but we'll see what happens. But the one thing that's not weird, but at the same time kind of annoying too, and I know I've been talking shit about a lot of stuff tonight.
I'm so tired of this fucking bullshit that you're about to bring up.
Yeah.
I thought this was something else when we first talked about this.
Yeah, so people, there's new movies coming out called Blah Blah Bland. No, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
We should call what it fucking is. Hollywood gives itself a hand job.
And no, this is not the 4th installment in the Mariachi series.
Yeah, oh, is that what people are thinking? It's like what's the other 3 movies?
It was a Mariachi. I can't remember what the first one was. It's like with Desperado, Mariachi, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Okay, yeah, that's why.
I was kidding, but like, yeah.
No, but that's the thing. Like, it had that name, so I'm like, okay, like it makes sense. But no, like for once again, didn't we just watch Disaster Artist recently? And now it's like, oh hey, we got Bruce Lee and like the making of a movie. Isn't it so interesting? No, I watched Hail Caesar.
Disasterland, fucking Hail Caesar, La La Land. What else? I know fucking even the 90s movie is based around growing up in fucking LA.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World,
yeah. Wayne's World, yeah. There's a lot of them, man. And it's like, okay, Quentin Tarantino, I love his dialogue and everything, but now even he knows, holy shit, people buy my movie for dialogue? I don't actually have to do anything interesting? I could just have motherfuckers talk? How can I fit the N-word in here?
Like, I'll find a way. But again, I love Hateful Eight because Hateful Eight is just this entire world is stuck in this one cabin. And it's just a bunch of characters bouncing off each other, and I had a great fucking time with it. Watching this trailer, I was like, when I first heard about this story, I thought this was going to be talking about the Charlie Manson murders. That's what I was told that this was going to be a story about it. But when I look it up, it's like apparently it's about some fucking actor and his bodyguard, or not bodyguard, stunt double. I'm like, okay, but. Then again, it's like, I don't really know. But then watch a trailer, I'm like, this could look pretty good. They got Bruce Lee in here for some fucking reason. And then they got a cool choreographed fight, so I'm already sold. It's Quentin Tarantino. I'm like, I'll check this out. Because, like, one of the things I hate about La La Land is La La Land forgets it's a movie halfway through. Like, there's a 30-minute sequence where the plot doesn't matter. And it's just dance number after dance number. And I was like, oh, right, we got a plot to this movie. Where I hope this isn't the problem. Because if it's trying to just be what it's like to transition from old to new Hollywood, I'm like, it could still be a good movie. I'm still willing to check it out.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it could be a good movie too. I mean, me and Jet just got done watching what's that fucking movie now?
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, and I was like,
I love that movie.
The movie was so fucking amazing. And I love Pulp Fiction. I like a lot of stuff he did. But then, like you said that you got into movies by Tarantino at this point for Kill Bill, and
yeah,
I gotta tell you, that's when he started losing his fucking mind. Because Kill Bill, I'm sorry, and we will always fight on the talent, but like I fucking hate that movie. That movie
and again, it's one of those things. It's a personal thing. The reason I love Kill Bill didn't necessarily get me into movies, but what it is, it inspired me to want to create. Because when I saw that fight scene, the Crazy 88 fight scene, I never saw anything like that in my entire life leading up to that point. Because the only fight scenes I ever saw were Jackie Chan stuff, and that was always cartoony. I never saw this, woman with a sword in a room full of people, and it's like, wait, you're gonna fight all of them? You're not just gonna fight 2 or 3 in the movie's gonna cut? No, you're fighting all of them. Like, this exists? People can do this? Like, this isn't something that in a video game, like, this is real. So as soon as I saw them, like, I want to fucking create. So that's why that movie holds so close. And rewatching it, I still fucking enjoy it. I still think it's an enjoyable movie. I do think he started losing his mind when he can get away with the violence. And that gets, especially in the next, every single movie after that with Inglourious Bastards, Hateful Eight, what was it? Oh my God, what's that fucking movie? Django Unchained. He started losing his mind with the violence, but I still think he has a lot of good what he's doing there. He's just kind of unfocused.
Yeah, and I mean, and Andrew's with you, he says. But yeah, man, like he definitely lost his mind. I guess we agree with that. I mean, I even think he lost his mind with the dialogue. Like, let's just fucking put the whole movie, so much dialogue into here, where the dialogue becomes a caricature. It's like, I literally, when I watch a Tarantino movie, the dialogue's so distracting because I understand that that's like his gimmick, that I end up just kind of like, I didn't give a fuck what they're saying. I'm just like, oh shit, Tarantino writing dialogue. And it's like, okay, now I'm out of the fucking movie. Like, not to say it's a good thing or bad thing, but it's like, dude, it's almost, okay, you know what? I'll compare it to this. Kevin Smith, when he writes movies. Have you noticed? Oh, and Rob Zombie too.
He writes movies? I thought he just kind of looked at a screen and just started doing stuff.
No, but it's like weird. Like, okay, Clerks, I know that's a great movie, and hopefully Jet agrees with this too. But like that weird come scene when they're talking about like, oh yeah, like it takes longer for a girl to come, and blah blah blah, and they're talking, and then people are going to the register buying shit, and they're still talking about coming. I hated that fucking scene because for one, that would never ever happen. That would.
You just hate sex stuff in movies like a lot.
But that shit did not make no fucking sense though.
Nick is a prude. We know this.
Nah, but that shit would
Like,
never happen.
The girl was naked. Oh, fuck, you can't stand that.
I did not act like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
you
so
do.
mad.
Anytime there's like sex or someone cheating on another one person, your rating for the movie goes like down 5 points.
But dude, no one talked like that
Can't
part
believe
when
the sex scene lasted longer than 2 seconds. I can't.
Yeah, we were sitting there and for no fucking reason. She just took her clothes off.
No, but it's
like, what?
Okay, are you defending that? Like, if they did that in the movie.
But but the thing is, whenever that happens, I just ignore it and it's like, oh, even if I hate the movie, I don't even think about it. For you, it's like the crux of some of your hatred for a movie. Like,
No,
I think not even.
Like, well, The Shape of Water, that part when the movie starts off and it's showing credits and it's like, I'm gonna masturbate in the bathtub. It's like, what the make a movie.
Okay,
Yes,
so it's like, I guess it's a small part to show them, like, yeah, like, a lot of people masturbate. Like, if she just masturbated in the tub, who cares?
But many people
Yeah.
take a shit, Jet, and wipe their ass.
They do that all the time.
Wait,
The
wasn't
thing is,
somebody killed in a Halloween taking a dump recently?
Well,
she didn't push
what
it out yet.
Oh my god. Any fucking way, but the thing is, I hate that movie as much. I hate Shape of Water as much as you do. I didn't bring
Oscar
up that.
award-winning Shape of Water.
Go fuck
yeah,
yourself.
Oscar award-winning
No,
Suicide
I don't want
Squad?
to hear that shit. How about the fact that there's so much wrong with that fucking movie? The fact that the characters are all fucking idiots. The fact that the plot doesn't even make any goddamn sense. And the fact that it just goes into a random dance and whatever the fuck it feels like. I could talk about how garbage that movie is without mentioning the masturbation scene at all. Because it's almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
Honestly, this just comes back because Shape of Water, what was its biggest selling point? It's going back to the old Hollywood days of monsters and the contact of it and having being allegories for this human sexuality or being judged or shamed for your disability or being different than everybody else.
Yeah.
It's we're just doing the same shit over again, and it's getting to the point that I'm starting to get pissed because this is just Hollywood trying to jerk yourself off and give yourself another Oscar. This is like back when they were all trying to do fucking Dancing with Wolves or war biopic films. Do you remember every fucking movie was about World War II or Vietnam?
Yeah.
For a little while? Like, this is exactly what's going on. This is Hollywood trying to masturbate itself. And I know already who this is for. This is for all those actor wannabes that are living in Hollywood right now or in different major part cities like New York or fucking Chicago or any of these other acting hubs that are just going to watch this movie so I can feel like, oh, I'm going to be that bodyguard one day that outshines the main performance. Fuck you. I'm tired of this bullshit from fucking Hollywood already, just jerking itself off. And then they don't even show the worst aspects of the Golden Age. Because that's one of my favorite things is people bring up like the 50s of Hollywood or the 70s of Hollywood. The 70s of Hollywood was mostly everything was porn studios.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate that they don't bring that shit up. It's all about the luxurious movie making style. So fucking movie nerds could jerk off.
Yeah, no, I can't even disagree with Ganja because I originally thought this was going to be about the Manson murders. I was like, that's cool as shit because I kind of like serial killer biopics or talking about serial killer type shit because I think that shit's interesting as hell. But then I read the album and no, this is just a fucking story about some dude trying to relive his glory days. I'm like, I'm only watching this because I love Leonardo DiCaprio and I love Quentin Tarantino. I'm like, they work. I mean, I don't really think they've worked well together because of Django Unchained. I'm like, besides that, I really don't care because I don't give a fuck about Hollywood.
With this thing go? Oh, sorry about that.
No, I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead.
No, the thing is like too, and I'm gonna ask you, Jet, because even though you show me Reservoir Dogs and we talked about Tarantino stuff before, is the stuff with him being weird with the feet thing, and then like the shit he did to Uma Thurman, and then his racist shit, does that make you not want to look at a movie like this and give it a chance when it comes out? Like, what are you feeling about this too? Because I know you didn't watch the trailer, but just in general, this movie coming out.
No, I did watch the trailer. Like I said,
Oh,
like
okay.
I until like Alan said something, I did not know what the fuck this was even supposed to be about. I was fucking clueless. I was just like, what the fuck's even
It's a
going on
bad
here?
trailer.
The thing is, like, Quentin Tarantino loves doing shit in the past, so like people will be like, well, of course he said it in the past, so he can get away with saying the N-word a whole bunch of times. Like, oh, it's normal back then, type shit.
That's my fair response from people. Is like, oh, it was normal to be racist back then. No, I've told Alan this a bunch of times. There were people that got called out for their racism.
Okay, but that was like the extreme shit where you're bringing fucking H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, like, but that's my point. Like, there was a certain level that you couldn't be that racist in polite society. They accept some of it, but you couldn't go all out like he does with the N-words.
Yeah. And, I mean, the fact is, like, dude, he has interviews where he's like, yo, yo, yo. And it's like, dude, you are so fucking disrespectful. Like, you're almost, like, retarded in the sense of, like, you don't know that you're doing this. Like, you don't know that you changed your voice to mimic a black dude's voice while you're talking. You're doing an interview, dude. Like, how do you not see that?
I think I blame all this on Samuel L. Jackson for some reason. I think he gave him a pass.
No, I just think no one tells him no. I think he's just N.I. Shyamalan, but just way more successful.
And one thing
Actually,
too.
how many? By the way, how many movies has Leonardo DiCaprio did with Quentin Tarantino?
I want to say one.
Just one? Just
I want to say it was just Django. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, I thought I've seen him in a lot more, and I was gonna say, who does he prefer more now, like Leonardo DiCaprio or Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh no, Sam Jackson's in almost every fucking one of his movies.
But Samuel L. Jackson's black, so it's like he has to have his favorite black.
He'll be in this movie. He'll be.
He's gonna be a soul brother that says the N-word for some reason.
Nah, he's gonna be narrating it because he did that in Inglourious Basterds. He narrated a random part of it.
Andrew, you think it's low key? Like, I think it's pretty high fucking key. I think he's very absurd with his racism. But I will say this too. Moving on, there's one person I have not mentioned in this, and I gotta tell you, I'm starting to feel the way I feel about Megan Fox about this fucking chick, and that's Margot Robbie. Look, dude, I'll admit I wanted to fuck her with Suicide Squad when it came out. I did, but you can't. The cutesy shit's old. Okay, like and I guarantee I have like a countdown in my head. Countdown of when she's butt naked. Or whatever the fuck, because she thinks...
Well, I can tell you already what's the story going to be. You ready, Nick? Sit down. She's going to be the young, bright-eyed Midwestern girl or Northern Cali girl that wants to get into acting and do the whole 9 yards, and her story is going to be like, oh, every actress has to suck dick to get into Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm about to say this, Nick, but I'm with you. I actually can't stand Margot Robbie. I don't think there's a single movie I've ever enjoyed her in, and I love Wolf of Wall Street. I think that movie's fucking amazing. I've seen it 3 times. Her parts in that are just there. Like, they're not really...
Big Short for a small amount of time.
She was in The Big Short for the time. You know what they did? They just put her in a bath so that in case you were bored during The Big Short, here's a naked woman to explain part of the plot.
Yeah,
that was some bullshit.
And that's the thing I get sick about too. Is like, wow, I'm sick of people like, oh, she's talented because she can get naked whenever the fucking Hollywood director wants her to. Like, I'm sorry, but like that's not fucking talent. You know, it's like Zac Efron. I'm sorry, and I'm calling you out, Allie, because you're probably gonna watch this. I don't know, but like, she's like, Zac Efron is so fucking great. The Rock is so great. They're great because their bodies. Has Zac Efron, has he ever made you like want to cry or make you go like, oh my god, that's such a great actor?
You added the Rock in there. I don't think it's because of the Rock's body. I think it's because he's just charismatic and people liked him as the Rock.
Yeah, but he's charismatic just like how like I'll talk shit about my own boys. Arnold Swollenpecker.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, no one's thinking about him for his body.
Arnold Wood.
What are you talking about? Fucking Conan the Barbarian was 100% sold on his body.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What are you talking about? The entire, like, maybe not nowadays, but yeah, back in the fucking day, of course he was. Him and Stallone were both sold on that. The difference is Stallone.
I don't know if you ever seen Conan the Barbarian, but there's a point.
No, I didn't. Like, I'm talking about now. Like, no one's like watching Arnold Schwarzenegger movies for his body.
Well, that's because they got The Rock Johnson, who is a modern version of that.
Yeah, The Rock is
even then. I'm not like no one's watching The Rock for his body. They're watching him because he's The Rock.
All right, what about Jason Momoa?
Because The Rock is a hunk of sauce.
Jason Momoa, maybe.
Okay. The thing when it comes to The Rock is his body is part of the selling point, but there's also additional stuff of why he sticks around because he's very, very similar to Arnold. The only difference is people can understand him when he speaks. When you watch Commando, what?
You're not wrong.
No, you said a joke.
Okay. Sorry, I thought there's something else happened. But again, when you watch Commando, The Rock could do a Commando remake tomorrow and it would make $1 billion.
Yeah.
Because he's almost the exact same kind of thing. Stallone, the real difference between, again, no one can understand it, but the real difference between Stallone and Arnold is Stallone can actually act. Like when you watch the Rocky movies, he is like as little as range is acting his ass off. When you compare Rocky, any of the Rocky movies to the first Rambo, they are very different.
Shit,
as far as
that first ending scene of Rambo, you see where he does have acting chops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
where he's breaking out to the colonel about like him and his friends not coming home and him having to deal with like people treating him like an asshole when he got back.
Yeah, when he's fucking crying about I was in charge of $1 million equipment, but now I can't even keep a job watching cars.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty emotional scene. But yeah, like even with all this stuff though, it's like yeah, I understand that some people are like Jess said, like they're charismatic, and Margot Robbie's charismatic, but it's like that's her full like I'm charismatic too. God damn it. Like, you know what I mean?
So
like,
you want an acting job?
Well, no, it's just like, act. You're an actress. Do something.
Charisma is very important, but the thing is with Margot Robbie is I've never really even felt that she's very charismatic. I just think she's the new it girl like Rachel McAdams was back in the day. I'll stand by this. Until Spotlight, I never saw Rachel McAdams really like. But do you remember when Mean Girls came out and Rachel McAdams was the top of the fucking world? She, to me, is the exact same thing as Margot Robbie, where for some fucking reason, everyone's obsessed with her. I'm going to call her out. I don't even think she's that attractive. I'm going to fucking say it. I think she's all right. She's the typical Valley girl, and I don't want to be associated with her.
That sounds like you being a hater.
I'm sorry. I don't. Okay.
You're sipping on that haterade.
Oh yeah, I'm sipping on the haterade. Unlike a bunch of these thirsty motherfuckers going to watch a movie because she might tell her fucking ass. That's fucking better than me not liking her because I don't think she's that attractive. She's not. Fuck them. They're posting fucking pictures. Oh, look at this queen. No, she's not that good looking. Fuck y'all.
I will say she is that good looking, but it just doesn't matter to me anymore. Like, because dude, she is beautiful. Like, let's not lie. Like, you know, she's beautiful. I mean, showing this picture over here, yeah, there's a cuteness to her. Like, if she came up to you in the fucking club, Alan, you would so go for it.
I would probably assume if I say no, I'm gonna get stabbed because she looks crazy.
But still.
You like crazy girls though, like
yeah.
What's the truth, Alan?
Okay, there we go. She was great in I, Tonya. Yes, thank you, Zoe, folks.
Okay, I was about to ask because I think Nick's the only one here that watched I, Tonya. Is she good in that movie?
Yes.
No, yeah, and I watched it too, asshole. But yes, she's awesome.
That's what I said. I said, Nick, you're probably the only one that watched it.
Oh, well, Contra watched it too, you asshole. Respect him.
Off.
And Jet did
right
too.
Off.
And Jet did too.
I think Alan was there too.
Oh my god.
Everybody in the whole world, Alan.
I didn't watch it because I don't like Margot Robbie.
I was about to say everybody but your ass was there.
Because I don't like her.
No, but I mean, she reminds me of No, but it's just like she does remind me of like a female of The Rock. It's just like when you watch the movies with The Rock, even that movie with him jumping from one building to like 10 others or where the fuck. What was that movie?
Oh yeah, Skyscraper.
Yeah, it's like that movie. He's just The Rock the whole time. Like, do you remember his character's name?
Or Jumanji.
The Rock.
Oh my. Jumanji. Okay, but the thing is, a lot of those movies are even if you know. Okay, Jumanji's the perfect example because that movie is literally just sold on the fucking star power in that fucking movie. When you go there, he's able to just kind of play the big buff guy, and he just goes through the movies. He is. I mean, they literally have footage of him playing almost the exact same character between Jumanji, Rampage, and I can't remember what the fucking third movie was, where he's always in a helicopter and shit. But he's always able to make it a fun time. Like, do you remember no, not Nick. God, do you remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Commando?
Yes.
What?
He was more of a stoic kind of dude, kind of nice crack jokes.
No, his name.
No, I don't remember the fucking name.
Yeah, you don't remember his name. You remember Arnold.
I do.
Okay, hold on. I remember his fucking name.
I know you do because you have a fucking eidetic memory. And that's not fair.
Oh, you son of a bitch! So to make your point, I
specifically didn't ask you because I know you know, but that is not fair because you're not the average person.
Okay, I see your point, but here's the thing, and the thing that's making me upset about this thing, because like for one, like Tarantino, like he's never just like, oh, he directed this great film. Like I mean, he was back in the day, but now it's like everything's been Tarantinoized. Like with Hateful Eight, you don't remember. Oh man, Hateful Eight's dialogue was just so incredible. It was like, no, Tarantino was so incredible when he made. It's like he's more important than the movie. And just like with Margot Robbie, same thing with Tarantino, and same thing with another person, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, every movie he's in, he's just Brad Pitt with a different fucking suit on. And it's like, once again, it's just these people that are they're like bigger than the movies. So when they do shit like this, I'm just like, okay, I get to see Brad Pitt play pretend with something else. Like, oh, another attractive person in a suit. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna blow this movie like everybody else is on the internet. Where it's like, oh my god, Tarantino, Brad Pitt, blah, blah. Like, fuck you guys. Like,
DiCaprio and fucking Brad Pitt. That sounds like the most boring like team up ever.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to hate and everything. I'm not trying to talk shit, but it's like
Yeah, sure you're not.
you hate everything.
You're the biggest hater. I was the only one here that was like, okay, I might check this movie out. The rest of y'all are shitting on it.
God, I'm gonna just one more. No, I'm just saying, man. Like, I'm probably gonna watch this movie too. I watch every fucking thing. All right, so like, I'm not gonna say. I'm just saying, like, I'm not excited for it because of the fact that it's like this movie, even this trailer, and we're judging the trailer. This is a reaction to the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like it didn't even tell me anything other than, hey, you know those people that you're supposed to care about? They're in this. Like, who? What the fuck?
No, it's a badly timed trailer where honestly, unless you read into it, what the fuck's really is this movie about? But again, Quentin Tarantino he always puts a lot of quality in what he wants to do, for better or for worse. I fucking love The Hateful Eight. There's so many fucking scenes that I want to go back and rewatch it because it's been a while. But there's so many scenes that I'm enjoying. So I'm just hoping he's going to be able to do that because I really don't know a lot about Bruce Lee, and it's like he's one of the ones that helped fucking make martial arts as big as it fucking is. So I kind of want to see a Bruce Lee fucking biopic done by anybody at this fucking point.
Mhm.
So I'm curious to see like how much is that going to be involved in here. And I do like Brad Pitt for the most part because again, Inglourious Basterds is a fucking awesome movie, and I love Leonardo DiCaprio because I love almost every fucking movie he's in, except for
Yeah.
Shutter Island, that garbage fucking movie.
Actually,
Yeah.
honestly, right now, I don't trust anyone in Hollywood to do any documentaries or like biopics on fucking
Hollywood.
actors of color.
Oh,
After you know what happened with the fucking Green Book,
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna introduce like his white best friend who basically teaches him how to use fucking chopsticks or some
That
shit.
oh my god, Bruce Lee learned how to fucking fight because some white guy taught him how to fight.
Well, no, they have Brad Pitt, like, or his stunt double, whatever, like, fighting him. So it's like, oh, great. It's going to be like,
Oh no, that's
Bruce Lee got
different
his
because
fucking
that's a
thing.
Bruce Lee movie and he's fighting somebody. He fought a lot of white people, Bruce Lee.
Yeah, but, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens with that, too. And I don't think Tarantino's going to do that, but it's like, okay, how are you going to fit in the N-word? How are you going to fit in some kind of, like, you know, some weird dialogue that has to, like, I mean, when I brought up, like, Kevin Smith or, like, also Rob Zombie, you know, it's like, I wasn't just getting mad about the sex stuff, guys, but it's like, you know, even in Halloween, like, there's a part where Michael Myers as a kid goes into a bathroom and they're making fun of his mom, and he's like, oh, I bet your mom likes to fucking suck dick and lick my balls, and it's like, no one talks like that, and the kids are like 9 years old. Who cusses that much at 9 years old?
I hate to tell you this, but like a lot of kids who came from shitty ass homes.
Do you think I just started cussing when I turned 20?
But, dude, they were saying stuff that, like, kids don't even know what, like, masturbation and cum is and shit.
Oh, I used to make masturbation jokes in fucking middle school and early elementary.
It depends on where you are. It's not a common thing, but like it does depend on where you are.
But dude, even in Halloween 2, there's a part, and I know this is all sexual, so fuck. But like, there's another part in Halloween 2 where they're driving in an ambulance, and a dude's talking about having sex with the dead girl in the fucking back seat, and it's like, oh my god, dude, like, there's no ambulance guy out there that just says to some other guy who thinks he's weird, by the way, so like he would definitely get reported. But he's just like, oh yeah, you see that dead girl? I would have fucked her. The other guy's like, ew, that's gross. No, that's not a conversation that's had. He would have got fired.
You'd be surprised. I'm not saying that
people-
happens all the time. That it's rare occurrences, but it does happen.
But like Rob Zombie,
You should
Kevin
talk to a
Smith,
mortician. Those people are fucking weird.
And then, you know, to show a good example, people like Alex Proyas, Alan, it's just
Who?
the dialogue, the guy who made Knowing and iRobot and The Crow and all those.
Yo, the guy who I'm gonna punch in the face one day.
He'll never punch him in the face.
I
You'll
will.
respect
No,
him.
I will. I might come across as a violent person, but I'm usually
Yeah.
hyperbolic. This is one of those situations. If I ever meet that director, I'm punching him in the face for the ending of The Knowing. That is one of the worst endings I've ever seen to a movie.
You are wrong.
That
Actually,
movie is
I don't remember
trash.
the
Have you ever
end.
seen The Knowing?
No, I actually never seen it.
That fucking movie is awful.
I highly doubt that he did that bad. I think you.
No, like literally, I don't even know how to describe that fucking ending. That ending is so fucking stupid. Where it's either me and my friend had a 20-minute discussion at work, and that it's either aliens or God. That ending, we're not sure. That ending is so jarring. If I ever meet him, I'm punching him in the face.
But one
Well,
thing
who
that's
do you
gonna,
want to punch in the face more? The end, like the director for the ending of The Mist, or the director for the ending of The Knowing?
The Knowing.
Good.
The Knowing.
The Mist
I
is
hate. Oh
actually
no!
pretty good.
The ending of The Mist pisses me off, but nothing pisses me off more than the ending of
I
The
gotta
Knowing.
tell you, Alan, to be honest, I swear to God, and I hope that you don't look something up to prove me wrong, but I feel like you're the only person who doesn't like the ending of The Mist. Like, I've never
Oh
heard
no,
that
there's a
opinion.
lot of people that don't, but there's very few people that actually like it.
Okay, because I don't know. That was surprising to me. I love that ending, but it is what it is. But you know what else I love, Alan?
Nothing.
Actually, I'm lying. I don't like Double Toast all that much. But the thing is, they're going to be on right now. Movie Extravaganza. They're going to be doing fucking reviews for us. That's it. I don't know.
Review the Midnight Chat Attack, guys.
Yep, they're gonna review my resume and just kick me out for talking shit about the show. No, I'm just joking. You should watch it. It's gonna be great. Go over there, watch us, or watch them review us. Hopefully, it's a good movie. I'm gonna see it tomorrow. Alan said he's not, so make sure to message him personally and tell Alan that he needs to see that movie because it's gonna be fucking good. Jordan Peele is a new horror icon. What the fuck, Alan?
I'm good. I don't like horror movies.
Ganja, are you gonna watch fucking us?
Yes, I am, sir.
And Jet, shut up, Alan. I know I said fucking us. I fucked up. Jet, why aren't you gonna watch it?
I already told you, I'm a bitch. I don't like seeing scary movies.
I just want to hear you say it again. Yeah, Jet's apparently badass Jet who would beat my ass and Alan and Ganja's ass all at the same time. Apparently, scared of horror movies.
Okay, let me go ahead and like, put you in a theater with a whole bunch of sex scenes. See how you do with that.
I just turn away. I got popcorn in front of me. That's way more distracting than a bunch of random butt cracks.
Oh no, we'll never hear the fucking end of it. He'll go on a rant for 3 months like the Handmaiden.
Oh no, here's the thing though. That was also Sorry to Bother You, and I had to sit there and watch that bullshit when there's a sex scene that's supposed to be fucking me. I got to see big horse dicks. Like,
damn right.
I fucking hate Sorry to Bother You. People, if you like the movie, fuck you. Don't talk to me about movies.
If you're horny and you like sex, don't even talk to me.
I'm not that much of a goddamn prude. It's fucking Ganja for calling me a prude.
I just want to know, Nick, when you have sex, do you judge yourself?
I'm getting the fuck out of here, people. Thank you so much. Attack the chat. Alan's an asshole. God damn.
What the fuck
Horny people have no rights. Don't talk to me. I hate your fucking guts.
Nick grew up in the 50s.
I did not.
If you have sex, you're going to hell.
Jesus.
The worst thing ever.
Sex is great when it's not on my fucking
Is it
screen.
though?
It is if it's not on the screen of my fucking movie trying to watch a movie. God.
Even if you get in the shower naked, you know what? You're fucking disgusting. I hate you.
Who wants to see that? What's the story? What's the story in fucking sex scenes in movies? No story.
I mean, not Sorry Bother You. In what's that movie with the pedophiles? Never mind, I'm done.
Oh, they're making a sequel to it.
I'll be right back, guys. Don't get me impeached. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. The whole thing.
Horny people have no rights.